So like you mentioned, HR is extremely busy. So we do a bi-weekly orientation session. We'll bring new employees in. Recruiting is always, one of the main things that we're working on. But as far as projects outside of that, one of the big major ones we're working on is digitizing some of our older files. So we still have thousands of old personnel files and other files that we're working on getting digitized, so that way it's easier for us to be able to access when we need to. It's a pretty long process, right? So we have an HR generalist that, depending on if it's a current employee, so if we know a current employee is resigning, we have a little bit of a time in there that we can get the job description updated. But we'll reach out to the hiring manager, have them take a look over the job description and make sure that it's still relevant to that current position or what the new person that we're going to look at hiring is going to be doing. We'll review that job description. It'll come to me for approval to make sure that it meets all the guidelines and formatting that we want to have here in the department. HR generalists will enter it into our electronic system. That position will be posted. We typically post it online to allow for applicants to put in for the jobs. Once that position has closed, then the HR generalists will review the applicants and reach out to them to determine whether or not that they're potentially a good fit for the position and work on scheduling interviews. And then we'll schedule a panel interview with the applicants. Typically we have at least 3 members, the hiring manager, maybe somebody else from their department, as well as someone from outside the department, so that way they have some fresh eyes or different train of thought on the position. Once those interviews have been conducted, then the hiring manager will make a decision. They'll reach back out to the HR generalist, and then they can work through that process on offering them the job, following back up on any pre-employment screening that may take place, whether it's a drug screen, background check, and reference checks. And they'll do all of those. Once we're able to move forward with them as an applicant, we'll get them scheduled typically for the next orientation, which is 2 weeks away. They'll come in for orientation, which typically lasts about half a day, to do just all their normal paperwork and get entered into the system and all those things. And then they'll go out to their department for any departmental specific orientation, and then they'll be our employee. One of the things we like to do biannually is we review our personnel policy guide. What we review that for typically is to make sure that everything's up to date. There are some laws that change throughout the year. We want to make sure that we're not obviously violating any laws, whether it's a Florida law or a federal law. So this time of year, we're also preparing for open enrollment. So all of our employees will go in and select their benefits that they want to choose for the upcoming year. Those meetings will take place in August, and then the benefits will be effective October 1. So if you're looking for a job for Walton County, you can go to our career portal, which is on our county website on the HR page. And a lot of times you can follow us on Facebook, and those jobs will be posted on there, as well as our LinkedIn page. So this has been a look into our HR department here at the Walton County Board of County Commissioners. We appreciate you taking a little bit of time out of your day. Thank you.